But that was very interesting. So we're going to have our mortgage minute, and Westport Mortgage, I know they can do it. And Nancy is here to tell us. Yes.
Hi, everybody. Let me just change this here. Great. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you. I'm Nancy Morgan with Westport Mortgage, helping realtors sell, helping buyers buy. Welcome back, Steve and Rick. I hope you had a great time. It seems like you did. Yeah, no, I just spent a week in Seattle a couple weeks ago, and really was spectacular. It was really fun. So, okay. So what I wanted to talk about today were the 4 dates that are important in our lives, and hoping they jive with what you have. This is what I tell borrowers. And again, it's hopefully just to reiterate and to confirm what you are saying, when you're talking with them, when they're about to make an offer, when they're signing their binder. This is what has to happen. So the first date is the date by which they have their property inspection within 7 to 10 days, hopefully sooner, after you have an accepted offer. The second date is the contract date, and I explained to them why the contract date comes next, and that it comes from the seller's attorney, but it comes next because any items that come up in the inspection that need to be negotiated on are there. So that's why the contract's next, and then talk about, the money. So again, just money, if they're putting 20% down, they either put their other 9% down or 10% down at contract signing. And then when I talk about that, I say, and we need a copy of that canceled check. I know this seems really boring, but it's really important because it's just time. But what often happens is between the inspection and the contract and the third date, which is my date, the date by which you have to have your mortgage approval, the contract often doesn't get signed within 7 to 10 days after the inspection, because that's the third date, right? Yes? No? No one. Anyway, so that's why the wheels sometimes fall off the cart with the mortgage contingency date, which is the third date. And then the fourth date is signing. They get their keys, they move in, and they, live happily ever after. So anyway, that's some of the things that we do to help realtors sell, and just to kind of reiterate and to create a team effort. I am Nancy Morgan with Westport Mortgage, your mortgage partner since 2007. Have a great day.
Awesome. Thank you, Nancy. Always great stuff. Always great stuff. I hope you guys took notes on that. And Nancy, I'm glad you had a nice vacation as well.
Yeah.
Seattle is amazing. Okay, so a few announcements, guys, real quick. Get your pens out. 11 o'clock today, we have command for the MREA, and I believe today they're going to focus on client updates and opportunities. So 11 o'clock today in this Zoom room. 12:30 in this Zoom room is going to be with Rick Scott and really explaining the new DCP rules for teams. So if you are a team, if you even resemble a team, if you want to be a team, I suggest you be at this meeting, because there's a whole lot of changes coming from our lovely DCP up in Hartford.
Stephen, before you move on, let me just clarify. It's not just teams. If you're a solo agent and you've named your business, for example, if you are Stephen Scott Realty Group, even though you don't have a team, you need to be at this meeting, because these rules affect you as well. It's anyone who named their business anything more than just their first or last name. You need to know what these rules say and what they don't say and what they're going to allow moving forward.
Okay, good point. Okay, so be there, 12:30. 1 o'clock, Rainmaker Mastermind, again in the same room. So that's all happening today. All right, so our spotlight today, we're so excited to have a special guest with us. Many of you know Fabian Durango of Durango Insurance. He is our mortgage partner, and he has some real cool stuff to talk to us about. The fine print of insurance really is everything. You have to really pay attention and know what it's all about in condo insurance. So I'm just going to go right to Fabian. Take it away, Fabian, and tell us all about that.
Excellent. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Rick. I'm so jealous seeing you in Oregon. I love the West Coast. Can't wait to get back out there. I have to piggyback and say Seattle's one of my favorite places. The food, the vibe is so nice out there.
Totally.
For those that don't know me, my name is Fabian Durango. I'm the insurance partner for Keller Williams. I'm very happy and proud to be one of your insurance partners. Durango Insurance has been in business since 2003. We're a full service insurance brokerage. We specialize in property insurance, so this is our specialty. What that means is I have a team of professionals within my entity that only quote, underwrite, and issue homeowners insurance. So we look at things different than your average insurance agency. We don't take 15 minutes to push out quotes. We take an average of 2 hours to pre-underwrite a risk, shop it around with over 15 companies, and be able to provide your customers with various options or the best option. When we shop around for insurance, we look for the best coverage. We look for the best service, because not every single company is the same. They service each customer different. And obviously, we look for the best price to be able to merge in the insurance trilogy, as I call it. We're local. Our home office is in Norwalk, Connecticut. We also have 5 other locations throughout the state in Stamford, Bridgeport, West Haven, New Haven, and New Britain. I want to talk a little bit about the fine print. Like I said earlier, not all insurance products and not all insurance companies are the same. So it's important that you have a professional, an insurance professional that works with you and your client to make sure that they're not only finding them the lowest insurance, but the right insurance, making sure that, things like water backup, sump pump failure, is included in their policy, to make sure to give them advice in regards to options to be able to insure their home. I often advise realtors, especially in such a fast moving market, that they should be getting a quote immediately after their offer getting accepted. So if you have your customer getting their offer accepted, you should be referring them to an insurance partner to start shopping around for homeowners insurance. The good thing with us, again, we have over 15 carriers, so we are shopping with different companies. We are shopping for different products. You want to do this ahead of time for various reasons. You want to be able to get Nancy an accurate insurance quote, as mortgage brokers give an average estimate, but each house and each client is different. If you have a client that's getting an FHA loan or has tough DTIs, things may come up that the insurance may be an issue. So it's good to address the insurance up front. If you see a property that's on the flood zone, that's a red flag. You want to be able to have your customer immediately go ahead and get a flood quote and talk to Nancy about what flood policy was she accept based on the mortgage product that they are taking. As you guys know, there's 2 flood products. One of them is FEMA, your standard FEMA flood insurance product, and then you have private market. In 80 to 90% of the cases, the private market is cheaper than FEMA. However, your lender has to approve the private flood insurance. So it's always good to get these things quoted up front and sent over to the mortgage company so they know up front what the numbers are looking like. The fine print. Everything in insurance is fine print. Insurance companies love to make insurance look fun and quick and easy and cheap, but it really doesn't work that way. Each house has a different insurance need based on the year built, type of construction, based on the occupancy. So we always make sure that we ask customers the right question. We like to connect with other professionals. We like to engage with the mortgage broker, with you as the realtor, to make sure that we know everything about the house possible, and we know everything that about the customer and the transaction, so we can give you the right underwriting on the policy. Why? If we don't know that there's a finished basement, and we put it as unfinished and there's a fire, the insurance company may use that as an excuse to decline a claim and say, we didn't know that the basement was finished. Even though there was no permits pulled on it, we still need to know so we can disclose it to the insurance company. Is there an underground tank that was removed or canceled? We need to know these things. We research these things on behalf of you or your customer. We also run loss reports ahead of time to make sure that we know the loss history for the property and the customer. That way it could be properly underwritten. We need to know things like occupancy. We have a lot of people buying investment homes, a lot of people upsizing or downsizing due to the fast moving pace of the real estate industry. We need to make sure we educate clients that the house that they're moving out of and they renting out, they actually place it as a landlord policy. Or if they're going to put it on the market, that they put a special clause on the policy or change it to a vacant policy if they're going to go ahead and put it on the market. If they have a secondary home, make sure it's rated as a secondary home. We have a lot of clients buying houses for Airbnb and short rentals. Whether they're new purchases or they're moving out of a home, we'll advise them to get the right insurance policy in that scenario. So we do take our time to underwrite and give clients the best option, but also make sure that the policy is well underwritten. I want to talk a little bit about condo insurance. Obviously, in Stanford and other cities, condos are a hot real estate item, and I want to educate you guys. Yes, condo insurance is way cheaper than homeowners insurance, but you want to make sure that as a realtor, you advise the client to get condo insurance. It may not be required by the mortgage, it may not be required by the condo association, but you want to give clients, you want to advise them to get condo insurance. The reason being is, even though the structure is covered for the condo association, the condo owner's not responsible for the structure or damages to the dwelling of the condominium association. Most condo association insurance policies now carry high deductibles that the association or the individual condo owners are responsible for. So therefore, we're always advising clients to add to their condo policy the loss assessment coverage. What this means is, if your condo association has a high deductible, the condo insurance policy of the individual will cover the deductible on behalf of the client. So the client does not become responsible for that amount. I'll give you an example. We had Elsa hit town a couple of weeks ago, and we had a client in Stanford who sustained wind damage to their side of their condo unit, aside two other owners. The damage was about $30,000 to replace the siding, windows, and other work. So the insurance policy for the association agreed to pay for it. However, their deductible was about $15,000. So each condo owner had to come up with $5,000 each. The customer at the time did not have the funds available and was having a hard time with the association, getting the claim settled. Had she taken the loss assessment coverage, she wouldn't have had any issues. Now, why am I bringing this up? A lot of times customers call me and say, I'm quoting condo insurance. I hear it's no more than $200 a year. I don't want to pay no more than $200 a year. I want the cheapest. I want the basic. I can later call you and upgrade and go over all these options and hurry up because I'm in the bathroom and I need to go back to work. So, if you take the cheapest, you take the basic and you rush, an insurance transaction, these are the consequences. And I have it on email where I emailed her a quote for about $280. And then she said, no, I want a quote for way lower. I got a quote from Geico for $210. I said, I can match a quote for $210, but the amount of coverage that I'm going to take off for $70 is it's going to cost you thousands later on down the line. And unfortunately, that did happen. I did have the emails. I did show it to her. She did remember, but we don't want to do this to clients. So even though condo insurance runs for about $290 to $320 for a basic policy, we make sure that they have all these little endorsements into their policy that makes a huge, huge, huge difference when it comes to paying out a claim. So the same thing for renters insurance. Renters insurance, it's a policy that's about $200 to $300 a year. $20, $50 difference is going to make a huge difference on those small endorsements. So as a realtor, you want to advise them, yes, condo insurance, renters insurance is below 300, but never advise them that's less than $200 because they come in with the mindset that they don't want to pay more than $200. We always give clients options at Durango Insurance. We communicate with every single party involved in the transaction just to make sure that we're on the same page. And one thing that I'm advising, I don't know if Nancy could piggyback on this, is advising clients to pay their insurance up front. You know, homeowners insurance is a outside closing cost. I always advise customers, it's an outside closing cost. You're usually going to pay it 7 to 10 days prior to closing. And we guarantee them that if, God forbid, the deal fell apart, that we will refund them their money, guaranteed, so they don't have to worry. The reason why I say this is because it's very accommodating to have the customer pay the insurance at closing. I agree. However, it creates so much room for error. The check could get lost. The check could be mailed to the wrong place. We often get the check made out to the wrong company. Sometimes they make the check out to Durango or to the carrier and they mail it to me. And that creates a lot of lag time in between when the payment is posted and the policies are canceled. The worst thing that can happen, the client gets a little bit frustrated, which they do, getting all these cancellation notices. The policy gets canceled, gets underwritten. Sometimes the price changes. So you could imagine how much of a sour taste that leaves in their mouth. And then we have the big issue where, God forbid, a payment's received way too late. There's a loss, and then the company declines the payment and the loss is not paid. So it's always good to advise customers to pay ahead of time. It definitely saves headaches in the long run, even though it could be a shortcut up front. If you guys need me, you know, I'm always available, 203-667-9953. You can text me. I want to say almost 24/7. If you need anything, I know you guys are in the real estate game, and a quick question, getting some information or connecting with a client could really make a difference. And I'm there for you as your partner. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer. Steve, thank you so much for the time. I truly appreciate it.
My pleasure, buddy. Guys, you're always in good hands with Durango Insurance with Fabian and his team. Amazing customer service and real quality products. And again, he is always available. I think somebody said that in the chat. He is always available. You reach out to him, he is responding immediately. And you'll be seeing more of Fabian. He's going to be on our 9 o'clocks, and he did a lunch and learn last week. I know there was a great turnout for that in the Stamford office. He's going to be doing more of them regularly every month. So stay tuned for all of that. And again, Fabian's there for all your insurance needs. So thanks a lot, Fabian.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, everyone.
Cool. All right, guys, we're going to move on to Marty Miller. Adonis, what are we talking about? What has Marty got for us today?
Talking about Indeed. We're going to be talking about entering and comparing offers inside of opportunities. Day 40, everybody. Making our way downtown.
Great.
Good morning, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the KW Command 66-Day Challenge 5.0, and today is day 40. So we've spent quite a few days of the challenge here talking about our documents and compliance and DocuSign. Now that we have an executed contract, it's time to start working towards getting paid. So we're going to start by going into the Offers tab and submitting the offers that we have on our listing. We're going to do that by going into the Opportunities applet, 6th one down here, the handshake. And we're going to go into our test opportunity that we've been working on. And here's 123 Quack Lane. And let's say that we have 2 offers on it. We want to add both of those offers in. So we're going to go to Offers and Commissions. We're going to click on Add New Offer. And then we can call this offer something. So let's call this Mickey and Minnie. And this is $330 cash. All right, so we'll create the offer. So we've got the version name here. We've got the offer date. Let's say the offer came in today and they are looking to close by the end of the month. So they've got a quick close happening. So we've got the offer date in, the close date in. Next, we want to click on parties. And this is where we would put in the buyer's name. So we're going to put in buyer 1, and we can put in email, phone number if you'd like, but those are not required. And then we're going to put in the associate's name. So that's Annie Agent. You can see our seller's information is being pulled over, as is our information as well. At least the required pieces of those information are being pulled in. Next, we can click on the terms, and we said that this was $330,000 cash. So, oops, 330, there we go. So $330,000 cash. They're going to put down 1% earnest money, or $3,300. Just so you know, if they said maybe $5,000, you can also put the earnest amount in without having to figure out what the percentage is. The option fee, if there is one, let's say it's $250, and they're asking for 5-day termination option period. And are they contributing any costs? Seller will contribute. They are asking for a home warranty or residential service contract of $600, and they are not asking for any settlement costs. Now I can go into agent analysis down here at the bottom, and this is my chance to communicate with my seller should I present these offers via command. So I could put the pros in as all cash, quick close. The cons is 20K short of list price, and summary, quick close, no lender involvement, should be pretty smooth outside of missing our list price. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and click on save, and that gets in Mickey Mouse's offer of $330,000 cash. You can see nothing's financed, earnest money is $5,000, 250 option, closes on the 30th, 5-day termination notice. Now we can put in our second offer, and this is from, let's say, oops. This is Goofy and Pluto, and this one, $350,000 financed, and it's conventional. Okay, so I can create that offer. This one, the offer also came today, but this one they need a longer close. They're actually looking at closing on the 20th of August. We'll put in the offers. The buyer is GG Goof, Arnold agent here. And again, it pulled in our information for the seller and the associate's name. Next, we're going to put in that they're putting in, let's say, 10%, and they're financing the rest. They're going to put down 1% earnest money, a $100 option period for 10 days. They are asking for a residential service contract in the amount of $750, and they would like back $3,000 towards their settlement costs. Now I can put in the agent analysis, pros, full list offer, cons, financed, longer close, asking for $3K and settlement costs. Summary, may take longer to close, and yet when it does, you'll get more money. All right, so now I've got those comments in, and I have 2 separate offers inside of my offer timeline. I now have the ability, should I choose to compare these offers by clicking select all, or I can individually select any of the offers I want to compare, and then click on the compare offers button. That creates a pretty nice spreadsheet here, right, with all of our terms, and I can put any additional information that I wanted inside of summary or in the email that I would send over. So I can choose to download this comparison, or I can email it over. You'll see basically what that looks like when you download it, or you can choose to email the offer comparison, and it'll ask you for the email, subject title, and email message. You can also send a copy to yourself. So that's the beginning of offers and commissions, entering in all of the offers that you receive. On Monday, we're going to go ahead and accept one of those offers and move forward with the rest of the process involved in offers and commissions. Hope everyone has a great weekend. I'll look forward to
Good stuff, right, Adonis?
Good stuff, good stuff. So we'll do more Marty Miller tomorrow, of course. Anything else, Steve?
No, that's it, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.